Have you ever truly paused and asked yourself what hides behind the ancient phrase, as above, so below? It sounds poetic, almost mythical. But this line carries a code, one of the most powerful truths about the nature of reality. You've heard it before, but few understand what it really means. Even fewer live by it. In this video, I will take you beyond the surface and into the hidden meaning of this Hermetic principle. The meaning no one really talks about. We're not just going to explore what it says. We're going to decode what it reveals about you, about the universe, and about the invisible thread that connects them both. So stay with me, because this journey isn't just about knowledge. It's about transformation. The phrase, as above, so below, comes from the ancient Hermetic teachings, specifically the Kybalion, which outlines the laws that govern both the seen and unseen realms of reality. At the heart of this philosophy lies the principle of correspondence. This principle states, without metaphor, that the patterns we see in the macrocosm reflect those in the microcosm, and the microcosm mirrors the macrocosm. In simpler words, the universe is not divided, it is fractal. What you see in the stars also exists in your mind. What you feel in your soul echoes in galaxies. When we say as above, we point to the heavens, the cosmos, the divine. When we say so below, we point to ourselves, our world, our minds, our bodies. And what's powerful is that they reflect each other, not symbolically, literally. Let's take the physical universe. The spirals of galaxies resemble the spirals in seashells and hurricanes. The structure of a brain neuron resembles the large-scale structure of the observable universe. These patterns repeat across scales, across dimensions. There's a hidden order to this, and that's what, as above, so below, begins to uncover. But here's where it gets deeper. When we reverse it, as below, so above, we discover something just as important. Your inner world does not merely react to the outer, it influences it. Your thoughts, your energy, your focus ripple outward into the field of reality, and they return to you in the form of outcomes, experiences, and encounters. This is not wishful thinking. This is universal design. Your inner state becomes your outer mirror. Let me repeat that. Your inner state becomes your outer mirror. And the more you begin to see this pattern in your own life, the more you understand how deep this principle runs. Let's look at psychology. Depth psychology reveals what we've always known but forgotten, that there's a vast subconscious beneath the conscious mind, that symbols, dreams, and archetypes shape how we think, feel, and act. The psychologist Carl Jung spoke of synchronicities. These are meaningful coincidences. When the inner world and the outer world align in a way that defies logic but feels like truth. These moments are not random. They are echoes of the principle of correspondence. When something shifts inside you, your beliefs, your emotions, something shifts outside you too. It's all connected. Spirituality echoes this as well. Every major tradition, whether ancient or modern, speaks of the unity of all things. Some call it Source. Others call it God. Others, universal consciousness. But the message is the same. You are not separate from the whole. You are a thread in a vast, intricate fabric of being. And every move you make, every thought, every emotion, pulls at the entire tapestry. This is why spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or breath work don't just calm the mind. They realign you with the universal field. When your internal world becomes silent, the external world becomes clear. This is correspondence in motion. Let's also talk about energy. Your body is energy. Your thoughts carry frequency. Your emotions radiate signals. When you focus on anger, fear, or lack, you tune into that frequency. You begin to attract or notice more of it. When you focus on love, peace, or gratitude, you tune into that field, and it begins to surround you. This is not a mindset trick. It's energy alignment. As above, so below. As within, so without. The ancient Hermetics knew this, and so do modern metaphysical disciplines. Let's now take it further into the principle of polarity. Polarity teaches us that everything has an opposite, but those opposites are not enemies. They are extensions of the same force: light and dark, joy and sorrow, strength and vulnerability. All of them exist together. You cannot have one without the other. They define each other. This is important because when you begin to judge your life in absolutes, good versus bad, success versus failure, you fall out of alignment with the greater truth. Polarity invites us to rise above duality. It invites us to see the bigger picture, that every experience, whether pleasurable or painful, is just part of a larger whole. This shifts how you live. It changes how you think. When you understand that opposites are reflections, not contradictions, you learn how to embrace both. You learn to let go of resistance and move with life, not against it. So now, we return to the web. Imagine the universe as a massive vibrating web of energy. Every strand connected, every part responding. You are not outside of this. You are within it. You are both the observer and the participant. You both receive and transmit. And every action, every thought, you create moves through that web and returns to you in the form of experience. This awareness creates responsibility. It demands presence because nothing is isolated. Everything connects. But here's where many get it wrong. The principle of correspondence is often reduced to the law of attraction. People use it to visualize their dreams and manifest outcomes. And while there's value in this, it barely scratches the surface. Because correspondence is not just about getting what you want. It's about understanding how the entire system works. The mechanics, the structure, the flow. You don't manifest with your mind alone. You align your entire being with a greater intelligence. That intelligence doesn't speak in words. It speaks in patterns. You see it in your relationships, in the lessons that keep repeating, in the moments of clarity that strike without warning. Every event, every feeling carries a pattern. And when you start to recognize those patterns, you gain access to something sacred. Choice. You stop reacting. You start responding. With wisdom, you begin to live in alignment, not just with your desires, but with your truth. So how do we apply correspondence in real life? It starts with mindfulness. Begin by becoming deeply present with your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. Observe without judgment, because what you see within is what shapes what happens without. Then reflect. Journal. Notice what repeats, what triggers you, what lifts you. Ask yourself, what is this mirroring? What am I being shown? This is not passive. This is active transformation. When you become aware of your internal state, you become empowered to shape your external life. Then we use tools. Visualization helps, but not when you're disconnected. Don't just imagine what you want. Feel it as if it's already real. Embody the emotion. See the reflection in your daily actions. This brings you into vibrational alignment with your desired outcome. You become a match, not by force, but by frequency. And frequency is everything. Other tools include meditation, breath work, and energy work. These clear the static from your field and bring you into resonance with your higher self. Then there are symbolic tools, like tarot, astrology, or I Ching. These aren't for prediction, they're for revelation. Each symbol, each spread, each transit mirrors something already within you. They show you what your logical mind hides. They unveil the patterns in play. When used with respect, these tools don't give you answers. They point to them inside of you. And the more you listen, the more clear everything becomes. Let's talk about relationships. The principle of correspondence doesn't stop with you. It flows into every interaction you have. When someone triggers you, it's not about them. It's a reflection of something unresolved inside. When you meet someone who feels familiar, even if you just met, that's the web responding. That's correspondence. The energy you carry shapes the energy you meet. This is why empathy matters, why awareness matters. Because when you see others as mirrors, you respond with compassion. And when you respond with compassion, you create healing. In that healing, connection deepens, communication strengthens, and you begin to attract people and experiences aligned with your growth. That's real transformation. That's the power of as above, so below. It's not magic. It's not myth. It's a law. It governs the structure of reality, from the cosmos to your cells, from galaxies to gut feelings. And once you live with that awareness, everything changes. You see life differently. You act with intention. You no longer fight the flow. You move with it. So, as we reach the end of this journey, I invite you to reflect. Where in your life do you see patterns repeating? Where are your inner states reflected in your outer world? What do your triggers, dreams, and desires show you? Because they are all part of the same equation, the same web. You are not separate from the stars. You are not separate from the source. You are a reflection of the divine. You are the bridge between above and below. And every moment, you are writing your own sacred mirror. So pay attention, choose presence, and live as if everything is connected. Because it is, and it always has been. If you're still watching, thank you for your presence. If this message resonated with you, tap the subscribe button to stay connected with this journey, and share your thoughts below. Your insights, your questions, or how this principle shows up in your own life. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, and always remember, as above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul.